I also love looking at YouTube videos of like those food challenges because a lot of those guys are just fucking obese lard asses who are like, I think they think in their mind like, if I do this alone, it's sad, but if I record this, I can just say it was for a challenge.
You look like a hero.
I think they order the food first and go, just turn the camera on just to make it, make themselves feel better. But I say that one guy, what was his name? Do you remember what his name was?
I forgot. You mean the brown man, this big brown buffalo man who eats Nutella, wearing a Mickey Mouse hat?
Ew.
Like
No, it was a different guy. It was a guy who's like, I'm going to go ahead and do the chicken nugget challenge.
Oh, the guy you linked me?
Yeah, a lot of those guys, most people will add music and time lapse it. There was none of that. It was just like white noise
and him grunting.
I used to do this thing on my YouTube channel in 2000. Like, it was like, can you stand this video challenger thing? And it was for like my the old site I used to run. And there was this one video of a guy who was eating fucking Tostitos pizza rolls, and he was just like, it was the most disgusting.
I think I saw that. I think you sent me that.
Yeah, he was just like. She's just like right against the mic, and it was like 15 minutes.
It sounds like really they're doing hard. Like a shred of their own video. Like, normally there'd be some kind of moderately decent sound or some music or something, then you erase it, and then you just breathe heavily over it and make stupid sounds.
I don't know how you could watch that, but like, and upload that. But there's one part of the video where he's like, so it's like 20 minutes, there's no time lapse, no cutting, no editing. Like him going, There's one part where he goes, it's gross. There's one part where he makes a sound and his eyes go catatonic and he starts drooling and he dies for 1 second and he gets back in. And one of the comments is like, what the fuck happened right there? And he's like, sorry, I burped. It's the most fucking disgusting part.
And he's completely serious throughout the entire thing. Yeah. His face is like he's doing an extreme sport.
Yeah, he looks like he's concentrating on like the most intense thing.
He's like, looks like the guy who...
his eyes like go like opposite directions for just 1 second.
That content is like more worthless than like professional let's plays.
It's just a fat guy eating his life away.
Like you're watching. Okay, so there's let's plays which are like people can watch people play games and shit, right? Like that's fine, right? And then there's people who do reaction videos, and that's just like
that's
useless. That's completely useless, right? But then you're watching someone enjoy food that you can't taste. There's like literally no.
That's the sad part. He's not even enjoying it. And the fucked up thing is, if you watch his videos, he never gets to the goal. So there's no point in uploading. You're just always like, oh man, 7 out of 10 cheeseburgers, a little bit. I'm a fucking failure, and he turns it off.
Have you seen the one where he's with his friend? He brings his friend over with another fat fuck, and they both order like this fucking huge box from Taco Bell.
Yes, you see that one.
And they unpack it together and start eating it.
That's fucking...
I remember there's this video.
Why do people watch that?
There's this video my friends used to send around because they said it looked like, I don't know if they were sending it to Bromo. They're like, he's your cousin, right? And it was just this guy who was sitting down, and he's like, his dad's in the other room. He's like, look at my tits, I'm such a fat fuck. And he's like, Dad, I'm gonna drink the gravy, because he had a fucking gravy label in front of him. And his dad's like, you're a fucking disgrace, in the other room. And he's like pouring the gravy in his mouth. He's like, he gets up and he's like, all right, deal with this fucking shit. And he goes over and grabs the ladle and throws it down. He's like, get the fuck out of my house. And then
we couldn't fucking nightmare world business.
He went to sit down again. He's like, my titties. And then we kept going, like fucking trying to grab the gravy.
Can you imagine being his dad in the next room listening to him?
Because he's like, his dad's trying to help him. He's like, I'm so fat. He's like, you're gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I'm fucking fat. You're fucking fat. He kept saying that to him, and he's like, really like.
Like if you're pouring gravy into your mouth, there's a problem. Like
if you're grabbing your titties and drinking gravy in front of your dad, yeah, you got a problem.
No, it's like his dad sitting on the couch, like fucking doing this with his finger. You can see him in the background.
I love those videos just in general. People like having mental breakdowns and their parents in the back and just like watching TV. I remember I saw this one video with a fat boy. He's like, I am not a damn furry. And dad's like watching football in the fucking cinema behind him.
You can see you can see his fucking thumb hat over the couch.
You can see the dad's fucking like 14 chins back there. Just ignoring his fucking failure of a son.
Have you ever seen the one guy who does like he's like brown, he's fat and brown, and
I've seen that guy
challenge
with the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and he puts his arms behind his back to start eating it, and like he gets like tears in his eyes, and it looks like he's eating shit. Like it's just brown stuff smeared all over his face, and it's like probably one of the most disgusting videos.
Is he crying because he's sad or because it's in his eyes?
I don't know, but probably because he's like, like when crocodiles they try to swallow and they get tears.
Dude, that sounds like borderline fetish. It's like a porn.
I feel like these like eating things, the only people who go to them are people who are like, yeah, eat fucking chicken rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, what audience is that? Someone's like,
the only
Yeah.
slight ways I get it, it's like, I'm gonna eat like this whole thing of cinnamon in 30 seconds. It's like some big jack guy.
But then they don't do it too.
Yeah, they never do it. It's like, I'm gonna drink milk and eat this cock right here, and then they do it. They always fail, and they. But if it's like a big buff guy doing a challenge, I get it. But if it's like some no editing fat guy like killing himself.
Oh yeah,
it's
what's
just-
that? What's that one guy? Like,
something.
his name's like
Nice Peter.
Oh, he eats
yeah.
like bars of soap and
Yeah,
shit.
like Super
Wait,
Pete or something
Shoenice?
like that. No,
We're talking about Shoenice, I think.
Oh, Shoenice.
No,
yeah.
no, the guy, he's actually like super buff. I think his name's like, he's like Buff Pete or something like that.
It's not Nice Peter. That's the fucking epic rap battle
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
He's like this guy,
Yeah, I know
he's
exactly what you're talking about,
fucking built, and he just does a bunch of stupid shit, and then
Yeah.
like he'll make vlogs when they fuck him up, because he ate like a bunch of like stuff that, I think he ate a bunch of cinnamon, like he actually ate the cinnamon, and then he made vlogs where he's like, yeah, it was just a really bad idea. The cinnamon like dried up the inside of my esophagus, and I had to drink water for 30 minutes, and I don't want to do it ever again. But then before he's like this, he's like doing it, and you can't tell, but he makes vlogs afterwards if they fuck him up. It's just like, why would you do that? It's like, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna put Mentos in a Coke and drink it and hope I don't fucking choke.
I love that,
and suffocate
What
myself.
surprises me more than the people making the videos is the fact that there are audiences for these videos.
Yeah.
I watch it out of morbid curiosity to see how somebody can do something like that. Like the cinnamon challenge sucks, and watching someone try and actually and successfully swallow cinnamon.
Yeah, I see those I get, but like watching some guy eat like 10 fucking chicken sandwiches
not-
at
yeah,
McDonald's
fuck
is just
that.
sad.
And not succeed.
They don't succeed.
That is
Not
you've got
succeed.
like it's like that's the thing. On top of everything else, all you did was watch somebody fail and stuff their face.
It's like
and
they
embarrass
They
themselves.
still ate 7 chicken sandwiches from McDonald's, but they didn't do anything right. All they did was eat 7 chicken sandwiches.
Pretty sure I saw one of those videos years ago, and I always laugh thinking about it. Where it's just the guy's like, I want to do like 50 chicken popper challenge.
I gotta see the.
And then he gets to like 25, he's like,
Yeah. But see, if they puke or something, then there's like something crazy. If they just admit defeat and turn off the camera,
No,
it's
no
like, oh,
point.
this guy specifically that I found, all he does is he like breathes heavily and fucking readjusts his shirt, like his chair starts cracking.
you're
He's
right.
like,
It's like the same as being like, I'm going to show you how to do this cheat in Super Mario.
Yeah, and then it doesn't work.
And then you're like, okay.
And then you're like, what did I just spend all this time
yeah,
doing?
it's like, and then he turns it off, and you're like,
Yeah.
why is that on the internet?
Yeah.
If we're talking
Unless
about
he puked while he was
Shoenice-
showing you the code, at which point, there's some value.
If we're talking about Shoenice, there's a video where he goes into the park with like this like homeless woman, and he has like 2 cheeseburgers, and he gives her 1 cheeseburger, and he's like, I'm Shoenice, and then he eats the fucking burger in front of her, and she just looks at him like he's a disgusting human being. She's just like looking at him like disgusted, and then he's like, thank you to her, and then but she doesn't even want it, she's like holding it down lower.
Wait, why did he get her involved?
just because she's homeless, so she can.
He's just a freak, dude. He's like fucking. He like has like drug binges, and then he tries to make like terrible shows, and he's like, I need your money, and then he just openly says, I spent it all. Can
It's
I get
weird.
some
I was
money?
watching his stuff because Corey, you leaked it back like in 2011 or 10
Yeah,
or something.
'cause
Back
he
when he
was-
was like, he has a wife and kid. He used to live with them.
Yeah.
You could, if you watch the videos from the start, he's like, "Hey guys, it's me, Shoenice," and he like then his wife takes him out to the garage, and then he moves out, and you can watch his life degrade slowly.
Yeah,
It's
there was this one point where he was so low in the barrel, where he was like sitting there with like he was in a room where there was a blanket over his head, like he had a fucking like a child's fort was over him, and he's like, I want to make a show. It's because he was like high or something. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm high, but it's gonna be a can of soda and a petri dish. Go on adventures or something like that. He's like, and I need your help. I need $300 immediately. That was whenever he was like,
It's
like
such a
the
modest
lowest of the
number,
low.
too.
The lowest of the low.
$300.
the exact
It's
amount
like
of
the
money I need
amount-
for more drugs.
Exactly, the exact amount for like the fucking the weekend amount of fucking heroin
And
and
at
coke
that
he
point, I
used.
was like, all right, bye. Sorry forever. See you later.